Okay, so I want to talk a little more about visualizing subtraction. And to do that, it could be helpful to visualize addition as well, because subtraction and addition, after all, are inverse operations. So the best way to visualize both addition and subtraction, in my opinion, is using a number line. So let's say we have a number line with this scenario right here. Okay, so and I'm actually going to use this same scenario again, so I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that down here. Now, and move it all over a little bit. Okay, so we're focused on this one up here. So suppose I have the number 3 here and the number 10 up here. Then how far is it from the number 3 to the number 10? That would be 7 units. Now, I could write a couple of addition equations that this picture illustrates. Well, first of all, if we start with 3 and we add 7, we get 10. And of course, because addition is commutative, that means you can multiply in either order. Add in either order. We could also say 7 plus 3 equals 10 as well. Now, if you've taken a look at my different perspectives of subtraction video, then you know that subtraction can be thought of two different ways. It can be thought of as a takeaway or as a difference. Okay, now this scenario here, from a takeaway perspective, well, the high number is 10, so if we start at 10, and what are we taking away from 10? We take 7 away from 10, minus 7, we get 3. That's the takeaway perspective. Now, what about the difference perspective? Well, the difference perspective means, oh, we have two numbers illustrated here that have a particular difference. 7 is a numerical descriptor of how different 3 and 10 are. So 10 minus 3 equals 7. 7 is the difference of 10 and 3. So there is the difference perspective. Okay, now I'm going to do this a little more abstractly this time. I'm going to, so that we don't get caught up in, I'm going to have a number that I'm going to call star. Star represents a number. We don't know what number it is. And heart will be how far it is from star to this number up here, and this number up here, I don't know, tree or clover or whatever. So this is kind of weird, but 3 numbers represented here by abstract. I could use X, Y, and Z letters, but that's kind of boring. So addition, let's model addition here. If we start with the number star, and by the way, I would encourage you to pause and see if you can come up with an addition 1, an addition 2 equation, a takeaway subtraction equation, and a difference subtraction equation using these 3 unknown numbers that are illustrated here. Okay, try that on your own and then proceed with the video and see if you did it correctly. So if the first addition equation would be, well, if we start with star and we add this heart number, we get tree. And because addition can go both ways, it's commutative, we could turn that around and say that heart plus star also equals tree. That's looking less and less like a tree. Takeaway. Oh, takeaway. You start with the bigger number, which is tree. And what's being taken away? We take away heart, however much that is. And what we end up with is star down here. From a difference perspective, we have the two numbers whose difference is illustrated. Heart is the difference of star and tree. So tree minus star. In other words, tree is heart more than star. And if you think about it, these are the two numbers, starting with 3 and adding 7 to 10, this guy here is the going backwards. Start with 10 and subtract 7, you end up with 3. 7, if you use the commutative property to get the other addition problem, then the difference perspective illustrates going backwards. 7 and plus 3 equals 10. Oh, well, subtract 3 from 10, and you get 7. But anyway, I hope this illustration helps you to solidify that distinction between the takeaway perspective of subtraction and the difference perspective of subtraction.